Okay, this is your last homework assignment for Course 2. Course 2, Class 2 homework assignment number 2. Okay, the very first question is to find the midpoint of a line segment between these 2 points, -3, 8 and -5, -1. You think about the midpoint, it's really like the middle between 2 points. So it's this point sitting right here. It's kind of like the average of your x's and your y's that you have here. And so the formula is x plus x1 divided by 2, comma, y plus y1 divided by 2. It doesn't really matter which x you do first and which x you do second, as long as you're consistent with both coordinates, or both the x and the y. So in this case, we're going to plug this in. The first x is -3 plus the second x, which is a -5, divided by 2, comma, and then the second one is the first y is 8 minus a -1 divided by 2. Simplifying, -3 plus a -5 is a -8 divided by 2 for the x value, and 8 plus a -1, sorry, I wrote that incorrectly, 8 plus a -1 is actually a 7 divided by 2. And so your coordinates become -4, 3.5. The correct answer is C. Question 2 says a circle with center -5, 0 is tangent to the x-axis at the origin. What's the equation of the circle as shown below? In your mind, you can sort of visualize the circle like that, and you just need to remember the equation of a circle, which is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals the radius squared. In this case, we know that the radius is 5. You know that because the circle is tangent at the y-axis, so it starts, this outside starts at 0, and this midpoint, the center of the circle, is at -5. So we already know that the answer is going to be one of these that has 25 in it. So we already know it's going to be G, J, or K. And now it's going to be plugging in what we know about the center of the circle. So x minus a -5 squared plus y minus 0 squared equals 25. So x minus a -5 is x plus 5 squared plus y minus 0 is really just y squared equals 25. X plus 5 squared plus y squared equals 25. The correct answer is J. Question 3 says a circle with center P has a diameter RS. Point R has coordinates 1, 8, and point S has coordinates -1, -4. What is PS? It helps to visualize it a little bit. They're giving you, P is the center. They're giving you the values of R and S, but they really want you to find the distance PS, this part right there. The best way to attack this problem quickly is to find the midpoint using the midpoint equation, x plus x1 divided by 2, y plus y1 divided by 2. In this case, x is, the first x is 1, plus the second x is -1. -1 divided by 2, comma, the first y is 8, plus a -4 divided by 2. So here 1 plus 1 is 0 divided by 2, comma 8 minus 4 is 4 divided by 2. And so this becomes, the midpoint becomes 0, comma 2. Now that we know that the value of this is 0, comma 2, we need to find the distance between 0, comma 2 and negative 1, comma negative 4. Using the distance formula, we get 0 minus a negative 1 squared plus 2 minus a negative 4 squared, which equals the square root of 1 squared plus 6 squared equals the square root of 37. Correct answer is E. Question 4 says there are 3 vertices of a rectangle shown below in the standard xy coordinate plane. Which of the following could be coordinates of the 4th vertex? So you can see the vertices here, here, and here. Again, you just think a little bit of rise over run or run over rise. It is a rectangle, so it's got to have a right angle. Here we're going down 3 and over 2 in order to make this line here. And then in order to make this line here, we are going up 1, 2, up 4 and over 6. So if we go over 6 and then up 4, we arrive at a point here which completes our rectangle and gives us a value of 6, 8. The correct answer is F. Number 5 actually just requires a lot of thinking, not a lot of math. In the standard xy coordinate plane, a circle has the equation the quantity of x plus 1 squared plus the quantity of y minus 1 squared equals 34. What is the radius and center of the circle? Well, if you remember the equation for a circle, which is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals the radius squared, you already know that the radius has to be the square root of 34 because they gave you that the answer here was 34. So if the radius squared equaled 34, if the radius squared equals 34, then the radius must equal the square root of 34. So your answer has to be either B or E. And now you look at the rest of the equation. When it's finished, it's x plus 1. But remember that it's a subtraction problem here, x minus h. So the x value, if it's negative, if the actual value of x is negative, then when you plug it into the equation, it's going to flip to a positive. If the actual value of h is positive, then when you plug it into the equation, it's going to become negative. And so, since when it's finished, it ends up positive, the correct answer has to be B. Question 6 is another midpoint related question. It gives you line segment AB having a midpoint at -1, 6. That's the midpoint of that line. And it gives you that point A is located at 0, 5. So it's probably over here like this, 0, 5. And then you've got to find where is B. Well, if we connect these two together like this and think about rise over run, trying to find out where is B, how like this. In this case, the rise was we went from 5 to 6, so we had a rise of 1, and then we went from 0 to negative 1, so we had a run of negative 1. And so if we apply that same slope to the rest of this line, we're going to have to go up 1, so our new y will be 7, and then we have to go over 1, so our new x should be negative 2. The correct answer is F. Okay, question 7. In the standard xy coordinate plane, what's the distance between the points 1, 5 and 13, 0? Use the distance formula. And again, it's x minus x1 squared plus y minus y1 squared. I plugged in the values of my first x is 1 and my second x is 13, so 1 minus 13 squared. And then my first y is 5 and my second y is 0, 5 minus 0 squared. This gives me the square root of negative 12 squared plus 5 squared. Well, negative 12 squared is 144 plus 25, which becomes the square root of 169. You can use your calculator to find that the answer to that is 13. The correct answer is B. Question 8 says the line x plus y equals 3 passes through which of the 4 quadrants as shown below. A quick, easy way to solve this is to put it into the equation of a line. Y equals mx plus b. In this case, your x is on the left side of the equation. So if you move it to the right side by subtracting x from both sides, you will get y equals negative x plus 3, because that 3 was already sitting over there. So you know that this line crosses the y-intercept at point 3, and you know that it's moving negative. The slope is negative, so it's moving downhill like this, which means it's going to land in quadrants 1, 2, and 4 only. Never going to end up in quadrant 3. The correct answer is K. This problem gives you two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle DEF. They're graphed below on the coordinate plane. It wants to know what is the difference in their areas in square units. So of course you need to remember that the area of a triangle is equal to 1/2 base times height. You can even just count up the base and the heights if you want. Looking at the graphs, you see that the base of the top triangle is 6 and its height is 8, and the base of the bottom triangle is 3 and its height is 4. So find the area of these two. Get 1/2 times 6 times 8. So that is 1/2 times 48. So the area of this first triangle is 24. And over here, the second triangle, it's 1/2 3 times 4, or 1/2 of 12, which is 6. And the difference in their areas is 18. The correct answer is C. Question number 10 says the sides of a square are 3 centimeters long, and one vertex of the square is at -3, -3, so it's sitting somewhere around here. Which of the following points could also be a vertex of the square? Again, you can only move 3 units in any direction in order to reach another vertex, so you can't go from -3, your first x of -3 can't go all the way up to +3, so that means G and J are automatically out, because +3 is way over here, it's too far to get. Same thing, your negative y, or your y in the first one is negative 3, so you can't get all the way up to positive 3y. It's too far away. So that takes out the option of f and h. So the only possible solution then is k, and that is 3 away by x and 3 away by y. Could be right there. And now you have finished your homework, your last homework assignment for Course 2. Good job, and congratulations. This was homework 2.2.2.